Hi, welcome to Gabie's Knit Goodies. I recently did a trunk show and I wanted to kind of just talk a little bit about it. And I sent a lot of samples to the store, and so I was about to take them all out and put them back in my closet. And I was like, it would be fun to kind of like go over them. Yeah, so I decided to wait to take them out of the bin and talk to you guys about them. I am Gabie. You can find me on Instagram at Gabie's Knit Goodies. My hand-dyed yarn is on Etsy at Gabie's Knit Goodies, and then I also post yarn pictures on Instagram under GKG Yarn. Yeah. So anyways, I am an obsessive knitter, and I have a couple of doggies here, my puppies. So hopefully they will be good dogs and not bark or anything like that, which they have been doing recently. So we'll see. And my heater was on, or my AC rather, so I don't know if that was noisy, but I will make sure it doesn't turn back on. Okay, so my yarn was at a yarn store not too far away from me for a few weeks, and I sent just about all of my yarn there. And then when I brought it back, I had to unpack it all and figure out exactly what was what had sold and what hadn't, so what I had left. And I updated my Etsy shop and put that back open. And I had sent a lot, so I got a good amount back, but there were a few things that had sold out, and I haven't started re-dyeing things yet, but I will eventually. My dog, this one is really my husband's dog. He's a very licky thing sometimes. He should settle soon. Anyway, so I have a little bit of footage that I've been showing here of me unpacking the yarn and updating my inventory. And then I wanted to show you guys this big bin of samples. She said she really liked having the samples at the store. Good dog, just sit. Sit and settle down, puppy. Here, block you a little bit. She really liked having the samples at the store. She said that helped people see what the yarn looked like when it was actually being used. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is a cardigan I kind of designed myself. I did straight sleeves and then did short decreases to an I-cord like bind off. And I did like a V-neck raglan cardigan shape, kind of short and boxy. I absolutely love this thing. I held fingering weight Maleficent colorway with my mohair, kid mohair and silk in Silver Mist, which I don't have any currently in the shop, but if you're interested, let me know. Okay, I do shut the door to this little sunroom that I have here because my kids were in the kitchen, or one of them was, and the dog had just started to get settled. I feel like I have to deal with this every time when I podcast. The first few minutes, the dog is just, I don't know if he wants to be on camera or what. He just wants a lot of attention right here in the beginning of the podcast, but hopefully he'll settle down and be fine. It's okay. It's okay, Moose. All right, so to the projects. No, Moose. No. No. All right, this one is the Salty Day sweater. I can't pronounce her. I'm not sure what the designer's name is. I know her thing starts with a K. So I will put all the information on the screen and down below. So this is the Salty Days sweater, and it is a DK weight merino held with a lace weight kid mohair silk, and it turned out so lovely. This is in Gogh Almond Blossom colorway. It's inspired by Van Gogh's Almond Blossom painting. This is it's a top-down sweater where you cast on in the back and you increase the stitches, and then you take pick up stitches on the shoulders, and then eventually join in the round and do it in the round to the bottom, and picking up sleeves stitches and knitting the sleeves, and then picking up and knitting the collar, and it is a double like folded collar. So anyways, I finished this past year and absolutely love it. I finished it in the spring and did have a little bit of time to wear it before it got warm. But it is beautiful, and I could not be happier with this colorway and the combination. It's the Almond Blossom colorway in both the mohair and the merino, and I just love it. And it was fun to do the different textures. Now my other dog wants in. So you get one dog to settle, and then the other one starts causing problems. Stay. Getting up and down has made me warm. Okay. Then my next one, a little sheet of paper on here with my modifications that I did to this pattern. But this is the beautiful Coast to Coast wrap. It is a mosaic colorwork shawl pattern, or I think the original one is more of a blanket shawl because she uses Aran weight yarn, I think, from Line Brand. I modified it slightly. I didn't actually modify the pattern itself. I just changed the colors just a little bit and just used DK weight yarn. I actually have a kit for this in my shop that's a little bit discounted because it's you're buying, you know, all the yarns together. I think it's 6 skeins. And the original pattern has more than 4 tassels. I just put 4 tassels on it because, I don't know, it's just kind of done. Done with it at the end. This is a really fun project to make. I'd say my only complaint with it would be the fact that you kind of get, or I kind of got a little bit of second sock syndrome. Because you cast on and then you do all these fun, super fun mosaic color work stitches. And then you get to the middle and you stop, and then you do it all over again on the other side. And then you have to join them together. And so after you do all that, you're like, oh man, I have to do it again, as opposed to keep it on going. But it turns out so pretty. The only thing I'd say I disliked about it would be the fact that you pick up stitches to have a clean edge, like a border on it. And I definitely think it's a necessity in terms of having a pretty finish to the shawl. But picking up stitches on, you know, a whole scarf length is never super fun, but yeah, I absolutely love this though. I think it gives me color-wise like Southwest vibes to me. Then, like I said, Coast to Coast wrap pattern. You can get it for free on her website, which is it's Alexandra Tavel. Two of Wands is her company. She has a bunch of patterns. She does crochet and knitting, and she posts a number of them for free online. She does a lot of collaborations with Line Brand yarn, which can be kind of nice because you can find that, you know, locally easily. All right, then the next sample is my daughter's Ghost Horses sweater. I had to steal it from her in order to put it in the trunk show with my yarn. But this is by Caitlin Hunter, Boyland Knitworks. It has a number of large colorwork horses on it, and a small contrasting hem and sleeve. And this is worked bottom up. bottom up, and it is a drop shoulder construction. I knit my daughter the smallest size, and this is coffee with cream and Mexican hot chocolate. And then my contrast, I did my Maleficent colorway, but like a charcoal would have worked really well with this as well. She loves the sweater. It turned out really cute for her. I didn't name all of these colorways, but they're, like I said, I do have a like a kit thingy online you can see. Yeah. Anyways. The next one is a summer one. This is Sara Tank by Sari Nordlund, but it's for Novia yarn, and it is a free pattern, and it's supposed to be reversible. I knit this out of DK Weight Caramel Macchiato, and I thought it turned out really cute. I feel like I need to shorten my straps a little bit. You do like ribbed straps and then you join them at the top. So I could shorten them, but it would be a little bit of work. But it turned out really cute. Another tank top. This one is camisole number 5 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I did it out of fingering weight buttercream yarn. It is like a off-white type color here. And this is that one that has like the high neck and kind of the deep shoulders. It's a little tedious because it's all ribbed. I really like her edging that she does, and the edging is done while you knit it. The only time you have to pick up stitches, I think, actually you might have to pick up stitches for the, trying to remember. I think you might actually be picking up stitches here. That's right. You do pick up stitches at the armholes as well as the neck, and all of them are like a double, well this is like a double knit one, and then this is a little folded collar at the top. Okay, another summer-ish one. This is Ingrid Summer Sweater by Gregoria Fibers. I was most excited to get this one back because I somewhat recently actually finished it. Even though I started it last year, I had left like both sleeves basically not done yet. And I picked this up in this early spring and started working on the sleeves, and I got them done. And it is just a lovely sweater and kind of perfect. In fact, I might wear it today for the rest of the day. If you saw, I did a whole podcast on this sweater, all about it. The yarn is DK Pima cotton in Confetti Sky, but I have some left, but I don't think I have a lot left of this. Let's see, is this knit? Trying to remember how this one was knit. I think it was, yeah, it was definitely top down starting in the back, and then you picked up the stitches and went forward with it. Yeah. And then joined after you got under the arms, and then knit it in the round down. And it is a drop shoulder, picking up stitches and knitting the sleeves. It's a simple pattern with eyelets, but it does make it very airy. And you pick up stitches for the twisted knit collar. And like I said, I explain in my podcast that I messed up the underarm here and made the underarm just a giant because I mixed up my centimeters and my inches when I was reading the pattern and was just kind of mindlessly doing stuff. Not smart, not smart. But I ended up creating a whole little panel to fill in the giant gap I had under the arms. And you can't tell. I mean, I can totally tell when I look at it closely, but nobody else would, while I'm wearing it, would really notice. Especially no one else who didn't know what the pattern was supposed to look like. So I'm very excited to have this sample back. Ooh, okay. Save that one. This sample I am super excited to have back. I don't have any more of this yarn left, but this is the So Summer Shirt by Jessie May, and it is in Speckled Denim, Italian Cupro cotton, a fingering weight yarn. It is so light and airy, but like surprisingly covering. Like it's not sheer while I wear it. And it's lovely and soft. And I kind of want to make another one of these t-shirts. It's very like vanilla, I guess you could say. And I thought it would take forever because it was fingering weight yarn, but it really didn't take that long, partly probably because it's cropped, but I really like it. It is a folded hem, and that is where you start, and you knit up, and you split for the arms, and you knit, the front and the back. You pick up stitches for a folded little cuff there, as well as for the neckline. It's a great piece. Simple, but just great. I'm very excited to have that one back. All right, I have to take my daughter to Viola, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is my most proud off the needles sweater here this year in 2025, I guess. I think I finished it mid-school year. This is by my favorite things, a Knitwear sweater number 20, the one with all the cables. It turned out gorgeous. And this is a DK weight merino held with a kid mohair and silk lace weight yarn. Lovely, lovely fabric. I really like the big V-neck. It's not a low V-neck because of it's the double folded collar, and that collar's pretty like wide. So super great to wear. I love this. The thing I did modify with this one, and I think I did a whole podcast on this too, is I cinched in the sleeves before I did the cuff because I noticed that the majority of people, the only thing they disliked about this sweater was the big wide cuff. It just was a little impractical. So this makes it very practical for like everyday wear. And it's lovely. And this is in White Swan, DK, and Buttermilk. No, in Cloud, Kid Mohair Silk. 2 more items, then I gotta go. Half and Half Triangles Wrap by Pearl Soho. This is the big size, and it is currently unblocked. It is a free pattern, and it was, again, this was one that I thought would take forever to knit, but really, it was great. It was a great mindless knit that still had a little bit of interest because it's all done in like short rows. And I knit this out of, it was about a skein and a half of Flowers and Dirt, fingering weight merino nylon, skein and a half of the Dark and Stormy. Love it. I would do another one of those. But right now I cast on mitered square blankets, so I probably won't do one anytime soon. And then I have this super fun one that you can do with scraps or minis or whatever you like. The Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. And I did all kinds of minis and scraps. I even included mohair in there, which actually really livened it up for me. I enjoyed having that mohair in there. There we go. I love this. This is super fun. I would like to do another one of these, only bigger. Because these are both kind of like blanket shawl size or little throw size. And I think I'd like one that's like twin bed size. That'd be fun. Anyways, those were all of my samples that I sent away to the trunk show. Yes, with all of my yarn. And I am so happy to have them back. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.